So are the gig apps dying? Well, one thing we for sure know is that we're seeing a ton of backwards offers where the mileage is higher than the pay, offers like this. And this one, just terrible offers more than ever. And I hear it from a lot of you guys. I've had a lot of you guys say that you've quit because in your market, you're just not able to make the money that you were making before. A lot of you guys have gone back to a 9-to-5 or really cut back on delivery driving. The bottom line is it's just not the same that it used to be. Now, sure, you can still come out here and make some money, of course, depending on your market, also depending on how many apps you're running. I know some of you guys are still able to make money in your market, but I've ran into people from time to time that watched this channel or got started by watching one of my tutorials, and they are no longer doing gig work, or they'll do it here and there, but not driving like they used to do because they're not able to make the same amount of money by putting the same amount of time out here. So things have most definitely changed. Do I think the apps are going to get better? Do I think base pay is going to increase? I don't see that coming anytime soon. Again, you got a multi-app to make money when you come out here. You have to figure out the best times to drive to make the most money. Kind of experiment with your market. Sometimes you have to drive 10 or 15 minutes from where you currently are to a better area that might have better offers coming in. But I think we can all agree, for a lot of us, there is just a ton of these bad, terrible offers coming in, very low paying offers where we're not going to accept them because we're out here to make money. So let me know what your guys' thoughts on this is. Do you guys think the gig apps are dying? Do you think there's any changes coming in the future to where we're going to start seeing better offers, maybe a better base pay? Let me know your guys' thoughts on this, but you know, we just got to accept the reasonable and decline the unreasonable. I'm going to get the apps turned on. It is Friday night, slightly raining right now, and we're going to see what type of offers I get. But I'm sure I'm going to see my fair share of these unreasonable backwards offers, but I'll let you guys know once I get a reasonable one. All right, guys, believe it or not, I did not have to decline anything. Hopefully that's a good sign for tonight. I did get a trip radar, and believe it or not, it was a reasonable, somewhat reasonable, for $6.04. Now, I did go into my opportunities and there was a $1.50 boost pay for a certain time period tonight, so I did sign up for that. So always make sure to check your opportunities. So there is an additional $1.50 boost included. Now, it is for 1.8 miles and it is for Five Guys. Of course, with Five Guys, you're always kind of hesitant. It is $6. Let me know if you guys would have taken it, but the miles are super low, and my minimum that I like to stay above is $6. Sometimes I'll go, you know, $5.80 if it's like super low miles. And of course the restaurant has to have a history of having the food ready, but $6 is usually, you know, my minimum. But it's Five Guys, kind of hesitant because, you know, with Five Guys, if it's, you know, packed, it could be a wait. But we drove in, pulled in the parking lot, and it does not look to be busy inside. Now, there is a couple burgers, fries, which of course they don't make until you get there, and then a milkshake, which in my case, they usually don't make until you get there as well. So I'm gonna go in there, check in, and hopefully it doesn't take very long so we can get these wheels back to moving. Yes, checking in for that neighbor. Maria? So I checked in on my order and they were already actually working on the order. I could see the burgers there and my little receipt thing that has the customer's name on it. I always like to confirm with my eyes too, just to make sure they heard the name right, or sometimes I'll hold my phone up to the glass because there's like that glass, at least where I check in at my location. So didn't take me very long to get my order, and the guy that was working on the order made sure to communicate with the guy that's doing the shakes when he got close to being done. So everything worked out absolutely perfect. So we are on our way to the customer. 6 minutes, 1.5 miles. It seems to be a house, and we're on our way. All right, so that ended up being a super easy order. The place was actually easy to find too, which was nice. Sometimes those places, they're like homes, but they're all connected. And they put the addresses in like weird spots. They can be like on the window frame or a post by the door or above the door. So sometimes it's hard to find the place, but I was opening up their gate and they had like this fluffy cat. It almost looked like a Himalayan cat sitting on their couch. I opened up the gate and it made like this clink sound. The cat went taken off the couch. Super cute cat, but I guess the gate probably scared it. But they got their food, so we're gonna get out of this area, see what else we can line up. So far it's been kind of silent for the moment, so hopefully I'll get something soon. I'll let you guys know. So after about a minute after I got done talking to you guys, I got this offer from Ubereats, $8.92 for 3.1 miles. And of course, this one does include the $1.50 boost. So we are heading to a Thai restaurant, which it's been a while since I've picked up from them. They're usually pretty good unless like they're super busy. And I know sometimes on the weekends they can get busy. So hopefully that's not the case, but we're on our way. Hi, picking up for Derek F with Uber Eats.
Okay.
Almost. Okay, thank you.
Okay, ready?
Oh, is it ready? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Food was almost ready. They just had to bag it. So I sat down and then she's like, food's ready. So works for me. We can get the wheels back to move it. And they also ordered one of my favorite Thai dishes, which is yellow curry. Love yellow curry, a good yellow curry. I haven't tried theirs before, not that I can ever recall, but love me a good yellow curry. But the customer is 7 minutes, 1.9 miles. They are in an apartment complex and they left the name of their apartment complex, which is always very helpful, especially when there's like multiple apartment complexes and the GPS can be off sometimes, so that's very helpful. And they said, please don't knock, you can leave it at the door, which I've mentioned many times. I don't knock unless specified to do so by the customer, but we are on our way. All right, guys, got the order dropped off. Now, these apartment complexes over here can be more complicated. Thank goodness they gave me the name of their apartment complex. That was awesome. GPS can be off over here, but it was on point this time, so that worked out. But the thing that I was gonna mention is, for a newer driver, these complexes can be very confusing. Now, although they were very detailed with their notes, that one thing that they could have put is that their apartment's at the back of the building. I could see that being more difficult for a newer driver. I've been through this many times with apartment complexes. Luckily, I figured it out. I wasn't for sure, but I figured it out and took the path behind the building, and sure enough, it was there. I did have to walk up top to verify the apartment was where it was at, but can be very confusing. Anyways, on the way to dropping this order off, I did get an offer, but it was no good. $10.09 sounds nice, but not for 2 pickups for 5.3 miles, because that would break each order down to like $5 and some change. So that's a no-go. And then right after that, Grubhub came in, and believe it or not, at least for me, I don't get a lot of good Grubhub offers. This one was a reasonable one, $8.47 for 4.6 miles for Chipotle. We are heading there now. Now, Chipotle usually can be somewhat good depending on if they're busy. We're gonna find out. It's Friday night. We're on our way. Pick it for Zach and
Want to
Emma.
like seal everything or just one?
Oh, it's fine. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's okay.
Yeah, thank you. Order was ready. I just had to wait a few seconds for an employee to come over and check in with me. They're keeping the orders in the back, not on the shelf anymore. That's been going on for a while. Probably because people are walking in, taking off with the orders. But I got the order, it was ready. That's what matters. And it was actually not busy in there, which seems to be unusual for Chipotle, especially on a Friday night. What, a couple people in there. So, but hey, my order was ready. That's what matters. So customers 14, or actually just dropped a minute sitting here. 13 minutes and 4.1 miles. We're on our way. Another pretty simple drop off. The only thing is this house was similar to the first house that I delivered to, where all the homes are connected and the addresses are kind of like all over the place. They had their porch light on, but where their address is, it didn't help any. You couldn't see anything at all. And luckily it was close to their front door to where we could shine our flashlight and see the address. But sometimes they're like next to the windowsill or on a post, just like random spots. But got them their order, so hopefully they'll be happy to have their burrito. But if you are looking for a flashlight for these dark nights, I have my very favorite high-powered flashlight. Many of you guys know that I always carry with me on this wristlet. Comes in handy so many times because it's super bright, but it's also so tiny. And of course, my pepper spray. You gotta have protection when you are out and about here. Links will be down below in the description if you are looking for a flashlight or pepper spray. But tonight actually has not been that bad of a night. It actually stopped raining and the wheels have been moving. Reasonable offers coming in. Didn't have to decline a whole lot, which is always nice. Wish every Friday was like this. Keep you busy. Reasonable offers coming in, but that isn't the case. That's not how it always goes. But always appreciate you guys riding along with me, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.